I shit you not, I might have just seen the best fan film I think I've ever seen. Let's review Scream Legacy. Scream Legacy stars Jackie Luke, Anthony Hernandez, and is directed by Zach Salazar. What's up, guys? How's that for a primer? Okay, to in the intro tell you one of the best fan films I think I've ever seen. But that's the truth. Like, I literally just finished watching this. Zach Salazar sent me a link for this fan film. It comes out this Friday, and I asked him, "Do you want me to put it out Friday, or can I put it out earlier?" And he was like, "Go ahead and put out whenever you want." Thank you, Zach. I'm glad I can put this out now to give you guys a heads up. You're going to want to jump on this when it comes out, okay? Because I was blown away by how good this fan film is. First off, let's give you a quick plot synopsis and then we'll dig into the nuts and bolts, all right? This takes place 10 years after it's present day, but it takes place like, they reference like Scream 4, pretty much all the previous movies. As a matter of fact, like Scream 3 gets a lot of attention.
Hello, Katie. Welcome home.
And I'm just talking about like the characters. They talk about like Cotton Weary and Roman and Billy and Stu, and they reference a lot of this stuff. And that's great because it just blends it into that world. And when you're watching this, you feel like you're watching just an extension of the Scream legacy, I guess. But there's this character. She is the daughter of Sidney Prescott by the name of Katie. And she comes back to town into Woodsboro. We're opened like normal Scream movies with a killing. The Ghostface, whoever played Ghostface in this movie, freaking dead on. Like, as far as like, Ghostface has like these signature moves that he does, these quick turns, like the head will like turn really quick. The way he moves the knife, the way he does the stabbings, everything is almost like in a certain cadence with Ghostface. Even when he's just like running, you'll see him like fly by windows and pop into like a door frame and then pop out. And whoever played him in this movie, matter of fact, I'll look it up. Hold on. Oh my God, I knew it. JP, you son of a bitch. JP DeStefano. I should have known better. JP directed Halloween Night, the Halloween fan film, which was excellent, that came out a couple of years. You have a lot of key players from that production that put this one out. And you could tell, like, you could marry those two movies together and they feel like they're cut from the same cloth. And that's a great thing, because Halloween Night is definitely one of the best Halloween fan films out there. But JP, you had the freaking Ghostface movements down. You nailed it. You nailed it. Didn't even know JP did that, okay? All right, I'm on the fly here. But there's this recurring question throughout, like, where is Sidney Prescott? There's a few characters that pop in and they're wanting to know where is Sidney Prescott, and that's kind of setting up the red herring, like the killer could be this person or it could be this person, The main focus here is everybody wants to find Sidney. Sidney gets a lot of love. As a matter of fact, there's a nice little homage to the character and the past where the character, Katie, her daughter, is looking through this scrapbook. And it's like going down Scream memory lane, because you see all these like newspaper clippings and editorials and all this stuff. And it's just great because it's just another vehicle to really tether you into that world. Let me tell you why I think this is one of the best fan films out there. First off, fan films are great, and I think there's like 3 different levels of fan film. There's the one where you can basically take your cell phone and you can make your own movie, limited budget, not the greatest in the acting department. That's fine. That gets your feet wet at least. Then there's the middle tier where you have a little bit more of a production, some talent behind the camera. You might not have the money in other areas, like maybe production design, like acting, but you can still see the quality there, and I've seen examples of this too. And then you have what I like to refer to as the top tier of fan films, where it's almost like a step below studio production. You have the good cameras, you have great acting. This movie has excellent acting. Like, as far as fan films goes, this probably has some of the best acting I've seen. I could compare this to It's Me, Billy, Dave McRae's production with that film, because he had great acting, he had great production, set design, everything was like top notch. Like It's Me, Billy is pretty much the top tier, what you're looking for in terms of a barometer if you wanted to like shoot for the moon in terms of fan films. This is right there with It's Me, Billy. It's that good, it's that professional. I was paying attention to a lot of the camera angles, the framing, and everything's just dead on, dead nuts. Like these guys could literally step onto a Hollywood production set right now and they would be fine. They wouldn't miss a beat. Where you see that stuff especially is in the final acts of these horror movies, because there's a lot of quick cuts, there's a lot of camera movements, and just basically putting a chase sequence together. It's no easy feat. And the best examples of it are when it feels natural and easy and you don't even notice it. And that's the way this movie was. I was caught up in this movie pretty much from the start. To be fair, I'd say within like 15 minutes in, once the story started getting going, once we got to know who Katie was as a character, then I started really digging in. Big props to Jackie Luke, who plays Katie. She does a really good job as a leading lady, but also Anthony Hernandez, who plays Castillo, the detective. This guy can really act. Like he had some really nice moments throughout, especially in the like emotion department. Like he could really deliver. This was a character that his first case was the Cotton Weary case. Remember the beginning of Scream 3 when Cotton Weary is killed. Detective Castillo, his first case was during that crime. And just another example of tying you into that world. Zach Salazar, you did such a great job, you and your writing team, of really just connecting all the dots with the Scream franchise. And I think if you're a Scream fan, a Scream fanatic, you are going to have a blast with this fan film. I almost wish you guys would have released this probably like October of last year, or just right before the new movie came out to wet the audience's whistle. Not taking anything away from the movie itself, because you're still going to want to watch it. It's still freaking awesome. But the new movie, there's no ties to that, obviously, because that takes place probably after this. Oh, and also a quick word on the voice for Ghostface. Roger L. Jackson, of course, the gold standard. This is a really good job as the voice. I think he captures, it says on IMDb, Brandon Lee Abercrombie. I don't know if that's his real name, but he really captures those little registers that Roger L. Jackson has. Those tails at the end of a certain line of dialogue. Because Ghostface has a certain way of delivering a line, and he nails it. He does a really good job. I've heard a lot of different Ghostface voices. I think the TV show version of Ghostface, that voice is atrocious. It's horrible, and it takes you out of the movie every time you watch it. But this Ghostface, thank God, it's really good, and it doesn't take you out of the movie, and you're still go for launch. But there were a few times where I was, listening to the voice, and when he would deliver the tail of the line, I'd be like, yep, that's it. He did it. But this movie's just over an hour, and let me tell you, it flies right by. I had such a great time. And I'm not gonna lie, there are some fan films that are tough to get through, to digest. I've seen quite a few of them. But this is like, I guess, the cream of the crop when it comes to fan films. It's highly enjoyable, and it passes the ultimate test. You forget that you're watching a fan film and you get caught up in the story. That's what they did with Halloween Night, with the whole family angle and Dr. Loomis's grandson, played by JP. They do more of that stuff here, and it works. So guys, you have to check this out as soon as it drops. Scream Legacy. I guarantee you're gonna love it. And after you check it out, let me know what you guys think, okay? Really looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this one. Also, be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day. On Fridays, we do Free for All Fridays. Follow my Drumdums on my socials, support me on Patreon, buy me a coffee. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and Drumdum out.